Okay, so good morning to the day Web Development Bootcamp Day 2. Uh, I hope you are all doing really well and excited for the day 2 because today we have a lot of things happening. So let's start with day 2. Yes, so today we will be doing many activities like we will be creating a website, we will be having a guest from Progate Japan team who will be telling you about the importance of web development and his experience about web development and how he creates websites. Besides that, we will be also having a fun quiz towards the end of the session. And also we will be knowing what path you should follow to build your website. So are you all excited? That's nice. So so all of you can you open the another tab, like you can go to your desktop. So we will be creating a website. I can show you the steps and we will do a hands-on live session. So while I will be doing it over here, you can come along with me and do it on your laptop. So is that good? Nice. So let's start. So let me first tell you, like we have yesterday seen that what is HTML, CSS, how it can be helpful to us. So today in 5 steps, we will be seeing how we can build a small web page and which can be colorful, which can be, which you can also develop. It will be a very basic web page for you to build because we should start with basics first. So yes, so the first 5 steps are that we need a text editor, we need a browser setup. So for the text editor and browser setup, since most of you will not be having, we will be using a notepad. So do you all know what is notepad? Do you have notepad in your laptops or PC? Okay, so now the third step will be we will be creating a working folder in which on our desktop where we will be creating the website. And in the fourth step, we will be creating an HTML file. And in the fifth step, we will be creating a CSS file. So after doing all these 3 to 5 steps, we will be able to see that we are creating a small web page. So are you all ready? Nice. So let's move to the next slide. Yes. So now, can you open this link in your laptops or PC so that we can see that how we have to go through? Just click on this. Or maybe you can see right now how we are going to do it. And if you're not able to follow along with me, you can just see this now. And when the session is over, you can continue and use this link to check out and try it on yourself. So in this particular link, we have told you how you can create your website. So as I mentioned that we can create, we have to do the 5 steps. Like the first step will be the text editor, the browser setup. But since most of us don't have a browser setup, we don't have a text editor, we can use a notepad. So in the notepad section, do you all have a notepad? So can you open this in your laptops? So I want to know from you all on the chats if you can hear me and if you're following till now. So have you opened the notepad? Yes, so I'll just show you the demo how you have to go about it so that you also get an idea. Yes. So the text, we will first of all ignore the first two steps because we are not going to download any editor. We will be directly doing on a laptop because till today you have been doing it on progate.com, right? Because on progate.com, if you see, okay, so I'm pasting the link of the code editor on the chats. Yeah. So you have to open this link. I have just now pasted that link into the chats. And you can see that on Progate, we have the inbuilt code editor. So whenever you go over here, you can just read out the instructions and do the coding over here. But on your laptop or on your PC, if you don't have a text editor, we will be learning through Notepad. Yes, I can see some people are asking that if they can use Sublime Text. Yes, you can use Sublime Text. If you have Sublime Text or if you have Visual Studio Code, Atom, you can also use that. But since we are doing from the very basics, let's start with a Notepad. So just go onto your desktop first. And you can just first now create a new folder. And if you follow this particular article, you have to ignore the first two steps. We will be directly jumping to the your working folder. So for your working folder, we will be seeing that we have to create a new folder on our desktops and we can name it as HTML lesson. So maybe you can also give it whatever name you want, like my first project or my first web page. So I will be giving it as my first web page. So yes. So have you all created the folder? Okay, I will wait for some time. So you are asking from where we have the notepad. You can get the notepad on your laptop or PC. Just go to the, you can just search notepad or you can take the help of your parents to search notepad on your PC. Okay, so let me just repeat again how we are going to do it. Just open the link which I have mentioned in the chats. Have you opened? Nice. So next step will be, you will be going to the third step and seeing that we will be creating the your working folder. We will be creating a working folder for you all. So then you have to go to the desktop and how, you must be knowing how to create a new folder. So just go to the right click from your mouse and go to the new option and click on folder, and you can name that folder as anything you want. Like it's written over here that you can name it as HTML lesson, but you can also name it as your my first project or something like that. Did you all create the new folder? Yes, nice. So now after creating the first folder, you have to open the folder and right click on it. So now after creating the first folder, you have to open Notepad on your laptops. So have you opened notepads on your laptops or PC? Yes. Should we download Atom? No, you don't have to download Atom or anything. you just need to, you can just open the notepad and we can code over there itself. So you can see on my screen right now that I have opened the notepad. So now in the notepad, we will be writing our first HTML code. So now we have seen that we have created the working folder. It's written that like the picture below, right click on your desktop and click new folder to create a new folder. So you have named it as your my first project or HTML lesson, anything you want, you can name it. After that, you have to create an HTML file. So for that, I will suggest you to open a notepad on your laptops or PC. Opened. Nice. So now on your notepad, you will be seeing that first we will be creating the HTML file. So for the HTML file, because we already have learned what are the tags in HTML, what does head means, what does body means, and how we can write the HTML code. So you just have to right now, for an example, just copy this code on the link which I have shared with you. So if you're using a Mac, you can use a text file on it. Yes, you can also use Notepad++. How to open Notepad. So you can just go to this. If you're using a Windows, you can just go to the search option and click write Notepad over there. Like I'll show you, like on my system, I'll just search Notepad over here and it will come. Done? Nice. So now you have to go to the same link which you have opened. This link, I'll just share it again so that it can be easier for you. So now you have to just copy this code over here, and on your notepad, you just have to paste it. So this will be an example for you because we will be learning how we can create a web page on our desktop, because till now we have been creating it in the inbuilt code editor of Progate. So now we have to do it on our laptop, so that we will be learning through Notepad. Done? Done. Okay, so after that, you can see that you have this notepad. You can save the file of the notepad in the desktop in the same folder. So go to your desktop and choose the same folder which you have made. Like I have created my first web page. So you can name it as index.html index.html, and make sure that the save as type option should be all files. So when you are saving it, I'll show it to you again, that after you copy the code in the notepad, you have to go to the file, save as, go to the desktop. On the desktop, you must be having your folder which you have created. So like my folder was my first web page. Here you have to write index.html. So we use .html as an extension of HTML so that you can open your file in a web browser. And the save as type should be all files. I hope everything is clear by till now. Okay, so now you have to save it. So once you save it, you will be able to see on your My First Web Page folder. If you open it, it will be opening in your web browser and it will look like this. So you will be able to see your first web page which you have created using the HTML elements, HTML concepts which you have learned in the first lesson. Let me know if you're facing any problems in the comments so that I can share it with you and I can tell you the solution to it. Yeah? So should I repeat this process? Okay. So I will just repeat this process in short and I'll tell you. Yes. So now to create your first website, just go to the desktop, create new folder, right click on your desktop, create new folder, and you can name your folder as anything like HTML web page. Then you have to go to the notepad. If you're not having the notepad on your computer or PC because you might be using Mac, you can use a text editor in your laptop. So in that, you can go to like a notepad. On your notepad, you can just copy the code which we have seen here in the fourth section of the HTML CSS local setup. So someone is asking that my notepad is not responding. Shall I use sticky notes? Yeah, so for now, you cannot use sticky notes. Maybe after this session, you can try it again on your laptop. You're not able to copy the code. So you can see I'm just trying it again. You can just use your mouse with the left click, drag it down, and then right click it, copy. And the best way is drag from the beginning of the code till the end of the code and Control C. Click Control plus C together and then go to the notepad and copy it. So that you can see that we use exclamation doc type HTML over here because we are creating the HTML file. And this will be the title of the website, Progate. I'll be showing you where is it written exactly. And in the body section of the in the body section of the HTML code, the heading will be like this: how to make a website with HTML CSS on your computer. So once you save it so make sure to save it in the same folder which you have created for yourself. So go to the desktop, and I have created it HTML web page index.html index.html, and make sure the save as type should be all files. So now you will be saving it. So now you have to go, this code is already saved, right? So now just go to the HTML web page. So you will be able to see that index.html file is already there. So when you open it, you will be able to see your full website. How to make a website with HTML CSS on your computer. Are you able to see this? So now, since we had written that we have written the HTML code, now it's time to write the CSS code. Is it clear till now? Are you able to code it now? You can use this link. I have shared the link again on the chats to tell you from which link you have to copy the code. Yes. So I can see many people have created it. That's awesome. So you have already created your first HTML web page. Now we will be implementing CSS in it. So yesterday if you remember, I told you that CSS is used to make your website look colorful, look beautiful. So we will be adding some color. So you must be seeing that we have already created our first web page of HTML. Now this looks very dull, like it's black in color. So we have to make it look colorful. And how we can do that? That we can do using CSS. So before using CSS, we will be adding some content in your HTML file. So as you go down, you will be able to see on the same link which I have shared with you, you will be able to see that there's a paragraph over there which you can share. So you remember that p tag refers to the paragraph tag, and we write it inside the head. You must have learned during the Progate lessons of HTML CSS. I will show you. So I will show you through slide library. So this is very helpful. This is very useful element of Progate. So whenever you complete a lesson, you can just go to the slide library and search whatever you are missing for. So in the HTML first lesson, we have learned paragraph tag. So the paragraph tag defines a paragraph. The text enclosed by tags such as H2 and P begin on a new line. Right? So we will be using paragraph tag, and also I will be showing you how we can use the listing of items. So on the HTML CSS, you have also learned lists, right? How you can create lists in a web browser. So today we will be also adding in our website, we will be adding a paragraph and also the list of elements. So let's try it. So from here, just go to your notepad, the same index.html file, and you can see in the, yeah. So let's try to edit the index.html file again. Go to your notepad and add this code under the h1 tag in the index.html file. So now take this code of paragraph and copy it. Drag your mouse through it and Control C. Are you able to follow this till now? Okay, nice. So Control C and go to the notepad file. So under the h1 tag, inside the body, because we have to put this paragraph inside the body of the website. So we will be just pasting it, Control plus P over here. You can see that under the HTML tag, we have the head tag, and then we have the body of the website, in which we have the title first, like how to make a website with HTML and CSS on your computer. And then under that title, we have the paragraph. Like you must be knowing that. I'll just give you an example of notebook. So whenever you learn from a chapter, you must be seeing there is a title of every chapter, and then inside it you will be seeing the paragraphs. So in the same way, in the website also, you can create the title using the h1 tag, and then inside it, to create a paragraph, you can do it. So now whenever you used to learn on a Progate editor, right, it used to save it automatically. But here you can just go to the file and save, because you already have saved this file. So you don't have to click on save as, you have to click on save. So that you can see. Yeah. So now is it visible to you all? So now you can see in this doc HTML file, we have created an HTML. We have opened the tags of HTML and closed the tags. And then we have created the title. Inside that, we have a body of the website. Like I told you, in any book you are learning from, you have chapters, and in every chapter you have a title, and inside that you have a paragraph. You have what you are learning. So in this website also, you will be having the title, and then you will be having you will be having the paragraph from which you will be able to see. After copying this, you just have to save it over here. So once you save, you can open the same folder and then click on index.html, and you will be able to see that the paragraph comes here. Are you able to do this? Done. Save it as HTML file. Yeah, nice. So most of you, I can see, have completed this. So after we do this, we will be now moving towards the CSS part. So now let's keep this over here and let's not close it and go back to the folder. You can close this file. You can just minimize this file for some time. And in the meantime, you can create a new notepad file. Yes. Let's go back to the instructions. So you have already created the HTML file today. So now it's time for you to build the CSS file, creating a CSS file. So how do you create the CSS file and how it will be implementing in the HTML code? Because we are creating two separate files, right? We have create in the folder of our web page, we have seen that we are creating one file for the HTML page and the another file for the CSS page. So how we are going to link it and how we will be implementing color in our website, in this website, we will be seeing this now. So open the new notepad file and go to the same creating a CSS file option. Yes. So what should we paste in it? We will be creating a CSS file. In that, we will be pasting this code. So in this, it's mentioned that dot title color this. So what is the use of writing this? I will be showing it to you over here. So here we can see that title over here is this, and we have to make the color of it in this code. What is the color of this code? We will search on this on the Google right now. Yes, so it is this color. So if you want to use any other color, you can just go to HTML color. So there's a chart for you over here. You can go to color chart. You don't have to remember all the color codes. You can just go to the chart and you can choose any. So you will be able to see that with this color, we have this code, and with brown color, we have this code. with this. So you can see that there are many colors around and there are different codes for this. So every time you can't remember it. So you can just go to htmlcolorcodes.com color chart, and you can just select any color you want. Like I want to use purple color, like this shade of purple color. So I'll just copy this, and in my notepad, I will use this today. So this will change the color of my how to make a website with HTML and CSS on your computer. Let's see what change it does. So first of all, after copying this code, you have to save as in the same, go to the desktop, go to the same folder, my first web page, and over here you have to write it as style sheet.css. Style sheet.css. So .css is an extension for CSS file. So for you to create any CSS file, you have to use .css after you copy the code and save it as on your computer. So it will be stylesheet.css. So stylesheet.css. So once you save it, yes, so it's saved. Now in your working folder, you can see that you have two things. One is the index.html file, the other is the stylesheet.css. So when you refresh the page, oh yes, so before that, we will be linking the style sheet to index.html. How we will be doing it? So first, let me know if you are clear till here. Are you able to do it? Okay, should I repeat the CSS part? Okay, so I will be repeating the CSS part. So after you create the HTML page, web page, you need to again go to the notepad, create a new notepad file, and then from here, go to the creating a CSS file section, which is the fifth point of your HTML and CSS local environment setup. So just copy this, Control C, and paste it to your new notepad file. So as I mentioned that you need not use this color, you can also use many colors. To explore more colors, you can go to htmlcolorcodes.com because it's very difficult to recognize all the colors, right? So you can just go to any color in the chart and choose. So if you want to choose this color, we will just copy it over here, Control C, and we will be pasting this color here. Just make sure to save as stylesheet.css. stylesheet.css and save it as save. Yes. So once you save it, you will be able to see in your folder which you have created on the desktop, there will be one HTML file and the another will be style sheet file. So now you have to link. See, now you can see that when you open the index.html file, there is no change to it, right? You have to change the color of it. Make just writing the code in the style sheet will not change the color. So now we have to link the style sheet with the HTML code. Nice. So now we will be linking style sheet, the CSS file with the HTML file. How we will be doing it? We will be just going to the creating a CSS file section, and we will be seeing this line. With this, we are done with the CSS file. Like with this code, we have completed the CSS file in order to link stylesheet.css to index.html. Add the code below to the head tag in index.html. So what we learn from here is that we already have created two files, index.html, and which is an HTML file, and another file is CSS file. So we have created these two files, but for us to implement the designs and the colors which we are using in style sheet to the HTML code, we have to link these two files. So how we will be doing it? We will be adding link rel is equal to stylesheet href stylesheet.css. So stylesheet.css is the name of our file. You can see over here that we named this file as stylesheet.css. So just copy, Control C this to your HTML code. So under the head body part, you can see over here, it's written, with this, we are done with the CSS file. In order to link stylesheet.index.html, add the code below to the head tag in the index.html. So it's written, we have to add the code below the head tag. So how we will be doing it? Going to the HTML file, and under the head tag, we will be just copying it. Control P. Are you done till here? Nice. So now after this, you have to save this. Go to file, make sure you save this code file and click on save. Now you have to go to your web browser and open that same link, refresh the page. Yeah. So now have you done till now, till here? And have you created this color code? Have you written this color code over here? Yeah. Have you done till here? Nice. So now we will be creating, you must have seen over here that while learning on Progate, you must have seen that there are lists which we can create, right? So in the list section, you can see that we have to create a list. Like if we can see that on the notebooks when we are learning, on the books we are learning, in chapters we have bullet points to learn. So how we can create that? We can create using UL tag for the bulleted lists. Like we can create this using this. So now we will be creating this on our list, on our web page. We will be creating a new list on our web page. So how we will be doing it? We will be going to the index.html file. Yeah. And under the P tag, you have to write UL code. So UL means you are creating a bulleted list. So with this, you have to create HTML. Just make sure to close the list tag. And then new list will be CSS, and then JavaScript. So this way you will be able to create the list. Now you have started the opening tag as UL, right? So now you will be just going to close this tag over here. Make sure to close any tag using this. Nice. So after this, just save it from file save section. And then when you open the index.html again, you will be able to see that you have implemented this over here. So you can see that you have implemented the new color in the how to make a website with HTML and CSS on your computer. And in like you can create with all the new paragraph, you can create the new color. So I will show you how you can create you can change the color of the paragraph. So in the style sheet, just go to the style sheet option. And you can create, because you have seen that in the HTML code, I will show you. Yes, in the HTML code, you have written a paragraph and you have written the list. So now you have to, you can you can change the color of this paragraph too. So how we can change the color of the paragraph? We can just go to the style sheet, open it with Notepad, and we can see we can write P color and any color you want from HTML. From here, you can pick up any color and then write it over here and close the tag. Make sure you close the tag and then save the file. So once you save the file and open it again, you will be able to see that the color is implemented over here. And you also get a 3 list of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you are not able to follow and you are not able to go along with me, you can come back to this link and you can start from the beginning and go step by step along with your, and you can also take the help of your parents for this. So some people are facing problem with the change in color. So maybe you, after this session ends, you can start from the very beginning, because the video will be remaining over here. You can start from the beginning and do step by step, as I have mentioned during the video, during the live session. Yeah. So now, how many of you have created this and made some changes and color changes to your website? I can show the code once to you. Yes. So for the HTML code, it's here. So if you're totally lost, or if you have, if you can't change the color, as I mentioned, towards the end of when the session ends, you can come back to this link and you can see the session again, how we have changed the color, how we have created the CSS file, how we have created the HTML file. Wow, I can see that many of you have completed it. the color is not working, right? No problem. You can just come back to this and follow the instructions on this particular document. So we are done with the website today. We have created a website, small web page today. Yeah. Nice. So how many of you have built your first web page today? I know some of you must have learned the concepts of HTML, CSS before, but many of you are like very beginners. You're absolute beginners. So I want to know from you all who all have learned something and created something today. If you can't catch, if you were not able to catch up, or if you missed the color editing part or something like that, come back to this video after the session and you can see that how you will be able to change the color and everything. And you can also follow that document because it's very easy for you to understand through that. Nice. That's nice. I can see many people mentioning that they have created their first web page. So clap for yourself. You have created something new today. So now we will be moving to know the experience of a web developer. So yes, so till now we have created the website. We have learned what is HTML, CSS, and how we can create it. So now we are left with three things which are very important for today. First is we have a guest from Progate Japan team who will be sharing his experience as a web developer. And then we have the fun online quiz. And then in the end, we have your certificates, how you can get your certificates, that notification. So are you all excited for this? Yay, yes. So now I will be introducing who is coming. Can you guess anything? Who will be the web developer who is going to share his experience with you? Any guesses, everyone? Oh, someone. Yeah. Right, right. So let me introduce you to Shun Uno. Yeah, so he is the web developer and engineer at our Japan team. And he was born in Tokyo. He has a knowledge about web development, Ruby, Ruby on Rails, React, which is the advanced version of web development. So because you all are absolute beginners right now, so you can start with HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript. In future, you can also learn React.js. And Shun is also the India regional manager. So he will be sharing his experience with you all as a web developer. So welcoming Shun.
Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Do you hear me now? Okay. I guess you all hear me, right? Please leave the comment. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me start. Yeah. So thanks so much for this opportunity. And I was watching, the live session, and also I was watching the everyone's comments, and everyone was doing amazing. And if you're not still sure about the coding, and also like if you didn't do it well, it's totally fine, right? You can again go to the Progate website and you can check the documentation and you can follow the step. And also if you have any question, you can ask a question to your friends, because here, I see the comments and everyone is helping each other. Hey, do this, right? So you can also help your friends, and your friends also you know, help you. So it's a great community here. Okay, so today I want to talk about, the coding, and also I want to talk about the experience as web developer. So first of all, I hope you are enjoying this session, creating something, right? You took first step to learn coding, right? And coding is very fun, right? Making something is very fun. And also it is very, very important to enjoy something if you want to, learn it more, right? And I'm very, very jealous of you because in Japan, right now, coding is not a subject, right? But I think a lot of you are learning coding, programming as a subject. So you can learn it at the school. And also the great thing about coding is comparing to other subjects like math or English or physics, you can learn coding and after that you can actually make something, right? So it's a great thing about coding. So, after you learn coding as a subject, then you can actually make it. See, like you already made a website, great website already today. And after this, you can still, continue learning, right? And I would like to talk about how important it is to enjoy learning, right? So let's say, you know, Bill Gates, Bill Gates, right? The CEO of Microsoft. He's not CEO anymore, but like he, was a also great developer, right? And he was into coding when he was like 10th grade, 11th grade, right? And the reason why he built the big company is he was really into the coding. He was really into the software. That's why, he he could do very big thing. That's a importance of enjoying what you're doing, right? That's gonna be very important for you, right? And also let's say somebody knows about the CEO of Progate. So his name is Masakato, and he's still very young, right? He's like 27 years old now. Then like let me talk about his story, how he started Progate. So right now Progate has like over 1 million learners on Progate, right? Including you guys, right? But like when he started coding, when he started Progate, he was still a normal student who take classes and who just plays the game, right? Video game, like normal students, right? And he really wanted to create something, right? But it was really tough to learn coding from scratch. You guys might already feel, oh, it's very tough. It's not my thing. It's not for me. But now, generally, learning to code is very, very hard, very, very tough, right? So you don't have to, you don't have to think you are not good learner. Everyone is good learner. And, based on his experience, tough experience to learn coding, he started Progate because, he already knew how important and how fun it is to learn coding. But, he wanted to tell everyone it is fun, actually. Why not many people can feel that way is it is, tough to start learning to code. So that's why he tried to make a website where everyone can enjoy learning to code from scratch. So, right now, the Progate is giving a value to over 1 million people in the world. But it is a, you know, very, very important thing to create something. You see my background, right? Any guess what this background is? So this background is Microsoft Minecraft, right? So you already know Minecraft is fun game. but you already, you also learn how to build something, right? Through Minecraft, right? Like this, if you make something, if you learn something, then, let's say if you learn math, you can apply the knowledge to be more effective, more efficient in your life. So you can maybe, do something very, very well. But if you learn coding, you can actually make something which helps others. So that's very, that's very important and fun. So I really want you to learn something and then make something for somebody else, maybe for your family, maybe for, friends, for your friends. And for example, like, you might know Yashraj. He's our, you know, team member, and he know coding, right? Of course. And his family runs some business, right, in his hometown. And he actually developed an app for his family. And through that app, a lot of people can buy something from his home, right? His family's business. And this is, he knew how to create app. That's why he, could create this app. But like, creating something can make influence in the world, right? So that's, that's really fun, and that's really, yeah, that's really fun. So you can, try to make something, and you can publish it, and you can help others. That's essence of being a creator or being a developer. So I would say, if you want to be a developer, you need to know how to make influence on others, how to give a value to others. So how you can know it? Just make something, then help others. So that's you know, that's what I want to tell you today. Yeah, so that's for the message to you guys, like students. And I think, a lot of your mom, dad, or your brothers maybe also watch this session, right? And I really want to thank to, to them, right? Because they give you this opportunity. And I really appreciate it, because, you know, we really want to help you. But how it can happen is with the help of many people, like your parents, your teachers. So, I really want to thank to them. And for them, I want to say, it is very, very important to give an opportunity to your children or to your students to learn something, and you are already making impact to them. You are already giving a value to them. And please just, keep it, keep what you are doing great. And also please, teach them. Please tell them how fun it is to learn and make something. So yeah, thanks so much for this opportunity. And for students, I would say, for learners, please never stop learning and make something to help others. And please feel how fun it is to make something with coding. So yeah, thank you so much. So
Thank you so
Ankita,
much.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So everyone, did you enjoy the session? And I can see many Minecraft lovers over here. They were so excited to see your background, Shun.
You can actually download it from
Yeah. They're
video
asking you,
from
how did you
somebody.
get this Minecraft background?
I think you can just Google it, Minecraft background or something like that. And actually, the Microsoft provided officially, so you can download it free. Yeah, for free. Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Thank you.
Shun. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
So everyone, did you like the session? Yes, yes. That's nice. Yeah, I can see many Minecraft lovers. Wow, you loved the session. That's amazing. So now let's move to the next part of our session. Yeah. Yes. So now, how many of you are motivated enough to learn more and build your full website? Because till now we have made the web page, small web page, and seen the color changes in it. So, how many of you are now motivated enough to build your own websites? I want to see. Wow, nice, nice. So now let's move to the path. So because we know that what is HTML, what is CSS, and also we know what is JavaScript. So for every learning, you need a path, right? So whenever we start learning something, there are so many languages in this world like HTML, CSS, Java, Python, and SAS, Go, Ruby, so many languages, but you should know from where you should start, right? Because you might be feeling that which language I should choose as a beginner and which language should I use to build a web development website. So for that, I will share with you the path today, like what path you should follow. Because see, if you follow, if there is a table of 1 to 10 and you directly jump from 0 to 5, not crossing 1, 2, 3, and 4 level. Even in a game, you must all be playing a game. So there are different levels in a game, right? So you can't just jump directly to the fifth level. You have to cross first, second, third, and fourth level. So for that, first, second, third, fourth, and level, you need a proper guidance that you have to cross this first level, then second level. You should know how to start with first level. You should know how to start with second level. So all this you should know. So for that, in the same way, for the web development also, we have a path. So that path, we will be sharing it today. Yeah. So path to web development. So here are the 4 steps through which you can find the path. The first thing is the best practices to learn any language or any course is, first is finding a path. Second is learn the basics of a programming, because you cannot directly jump to the advanced version of it, because whenever you start learning something, you can see that whenever a house is built, right, there are bricks in it. So to make the base of it, you have to know the basics, right? You have to build a base for it. So in the same way, while learning programming, while learning to code, while learning any new language, you should know the basics properly. Then in the third, you should know how to use a framework. So framework is the next word for you. It will be like, framework actually helps you to write the code in an easier way and in a shorter way. You will be able to write the code in small. So after that, in the fourth step, you create your own application. So all these 4 steps you should know. So after, we will be discussing how we will be going this about this further. So you, as I mentioned, that there are so many languages in this world, like C, Java, JavaScript, Python, Node, HTML, CSS, so many languages. But what language you should learn, that you need to actually know, right? So for that, you will be seeing web development path first, because we have to create a website. So in this, first, you have to learn HTML, then you have to learn CSS, then JavaScript, then for front end, making it more effective and more creative, React, for backend, Node, and then Express. So this will be the path of web development, right? So HTML will be the first, CSS will be the second, JavaScript will be the third, then React, Node, and Express. So you can learn this way whenever you want to learn web development. You have already learned some concepts and the basic concepts of HTML, CSS, and you have started implementing it. We have started implementing some of the concepts in the today's session. So after this session ends, you can go back to your home and you must have completed first and second lesson and some pages of the second lesson. So try to implement what you have learned today in the same website which we have created today, right? After that, you will be able to see that after you brush up your skills on HTML, CSS and create the first web page and first website, try learning JavaScript. So this will be the path for you to learn to web development. Yeah. So learning basics are boring sometimes, right? You might be feeling boring that this is too much. I don't want to learn it. But it is the most essential part. You have to take care of it because you can't jump directly to the advanced version. Like whenever you play a game, so you start from the very basic level, right? You don't directly jump to the advanced version of any game. So that is why basics are very important for you to learn. And if you follow the path and learn step by step, you will be able to build your own full website, like the websites which we see on our desktop, on our PC. Whenever we open some website, that kind of website you can build. Like in future, when you will be learning more about HTML, CSS, you will be able to create buttons. Like you must be seeing that there are buttons on every website. So that buttons is a new learning which you can learn. So there are many things which you can implement. There are many elements which you can implement in your website. So every time you will be learning, you will be building, you will be getting stuck, you will be having some failures, but then that is the only way you will be able to build your first web application. Today you have created your first web page, but the path to build your first web application will be a bit tough. So you have to be self motivated. You have to motivate yourself to learn, and you might get stuck. You might be confused, like I'm not able to understand this. So you have to go back and revise the concepts again. You might have small failures, like your code is not working, but that is not the end. You have to keep on learning, you have to keep on fighting, and then you will be able to build your first web applications. So make sure that you follow the path which I have just mentioned in the previous slides, because it will be very helpful for you and you will be able to definitely build a web application through it.